All the three are say advocates, my lord. Young lawyers, my lord. Ernst and Young is the my lord, auditor who disclosed this entire fraud.
My lords, apparently they have been misled or misguided because it's
No,
also
no.
very.
You are afraid from the CBI investigation or ED investigation.
You'd allow me a minute. I'm on a caveat here. My lords have asked me a question. Now there's a writ petition criminal that is filed. My lords,
You
look
filed
at the
your
first
counter.
page.
You properly filed your
My
counter.
lords, my lords asked me a query. I'm only answering to that. I don't have to answer you.
And one
And
thing is
make-
very clear.
1 minute,
The
Mr.
1500 crore loan, the 1500 crore loan
Can my lords
have been settled in the 73 crore. Entire loss of the public money. You fight yourself. This is your family dispute. You fight yourself. Why you are opposing the investigation by the SFIO?
My lords,
Why you are opposing the investigation by the ED?
my learned friend may not interfere like that when I'm pointing out certain facts.
This is not only single case, my lord. It is a tip of the iceberg. How the loan is taken, then companies declared themselves the bankrupt. Then this is the sold to the my lord, ARCs. In this case, my lord, loan is the 1500 crore. It is sold in just 73 crore, my lord.
Inquiry where the party.
I am the banks, my lord, banks and as the ARC. Does he my
You are
respondent?
targeting some individual entities.
No, my lord. Individual entities are the fraudsters, my lord, who have the nexus between bank and these individuals, my lord. I am seeking the complete investigation.
No, but then you, please, Mr. Upadhyay,
Yes, my lord.
if you want a direction against someone
Yes, my lord.
who is likely to be, not likely to be directly affected,
Yes, my lord.
you have to implement the party respondent.
They are the party, my lord. The party number 16, 17, 18 and 16, 17 and 18, no, my lord, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is the nexus, my lord. ARC, then that corporate, banks are also party, my lord.
As well against whom?
Yeah, give me mine.
My lord, there is a JKM group.
Give me the-
JKM groups take the loan, my lord.
Yeah, for 17.
16.
16.
Also 17 is to Gorojan unassigned.
My lord, these are advocates, my lord.
Huh?
Advocates. All the three are say advocates, my lord. Young lawyers, my lord. Ernst and Young is the my lord, auditor who disclosed this entire fraud. Then my lord, later that auditor was changed. So, and this is not the only case, my lord. If it will be investigated, my lord, thoroughly, then it will come as a biggest, my lord.
What you say, madam, are you appearing?
Please, my lords, I am on caveat. My lords, this is a very serious concern how this has been filed. On the very same set of facts, there's a dispute between the two brothers.
You are the
1
respondent.
minute now,
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Upadhyay,
yes.
you've argued,
Yes.
which is respondent number 17 and 18. There's a dispute inter se between the two. So respondent number 18 has first filed an FIR, which is against the economic offences wing. There is a closure report regarding that same set of facts and allegations. Then a writ petition criminal.
No, 17 has filed against whom?
My lords, 18 has filed against 17 and 16 and and 17. Company as well as the 17. Can you pass on the
Yes, yes.
compilation? I have a compilation of those orders and I can show that this is a my lords, apparently they have been misled or misguided because it's
No,
also
no.
very.
You are afraid from the CBI investigation or ED investigation.
You'd allow me a minute. I'm on a caveat here. My lords have asked me a question. Now there's a writ petition criminal that is filed, my lords.
You
Look at
filed
the
your
first page.
counter. You properly filed your
My
counter.
lords, my lords asked me a query. I'm only answering to that. I don't have to answer you. Now, writ petition criminal came to be filed on same set of facts. That petition was dismissed by a reasoned order. My lords will find serial number 2 at page number 6, Delhi High Court order. After that petition was dismissed, then there was again a writ petition filed for mandamus to ED, again by respondent number 18 here, the brother. That came to be unconditionally withdrawn, which my lords will find at page number 4 of this compilation. My lords, then they went to NCLT saying that they should move to serious fraud wing. Now that also was then unconditionally withdrawn. Obviously, the courts were not inclined to interfere and they came to be withdrawn. My lords, then yet another FIR has been filed, which is partly. Now, my lords, I come to this big statement that my
My lord,
learned
one
friend
thing is
makes.
very clear.
1
The
minute, Mr.
1500 crore loan, the 1500 crore
Upadhyay.
loan
Can my lords
have been settled in the 73 crore, entire loss of the public money. You fight yourself. This is your
Can
family
I-
dispute. You fight yourself.
I just-
Why you are opposing the investigation by the SFIO?
My lords-
Why you are opposing the investigation by the ED?
My lords,
This
when-
is your family dispute. You solve
when
there.
five
My lord,
matters-
I am only here, my lord.
My
Only
lords, this
because
is
this is the
all
involve the
and
public money, my lord.
BS.
It's a involve public money. Public
Can
money
I
has been looted,
answer
my
it?
lord.
My learned friend may not interfere like that when I'm pointing out certain facts. Now, one fact that my learned friend in his petition points out is an ENY report. ENY report was done without taking any view of the company. The bank thereafter got AKG and company to carry out empaneled auditor to carry out a report. My lords may turn to page number 2. In 2019,
My lord.
SBI, 1 minute, Mr. Upadhyay, now that you have misled and not.
No,
fixed
you have
my
mis-
legal
you are
record,
misleading.
It's not right. Now, this is
Why
completely.
you are afraid of? Why you are afraid of the investigation?
It's a motivated thing at the behest of
You are,
18.
why you are
Now, my lord,
afraid of the
please
SFIU
read
investigation, my lord? I am just
2019
only seeking the investigation by the RBI, SFIU, my lord.
8 April 2019, after getting the report from AKG, which is the auditor of the bank, after an opportunity to the company, the bank then comes to a conclusion that there is no fraud in this particular thing. By a complaint closes that. Now, if my lords will turn over the page,
tell
there
us-
was a CVG.
Tell us how much was the loan liability and for how much it has been
My
settled?
lords, I would say that the loan liability has been now quantified at 500 odd crores, 520 crores by the DRT. The bank then assigned its debt to an ARC. At the first instance, the debt was assigned to Phoenix,
Prudent.
to Prudent. Prudent thereafter assigned its debt to Phoenix. Phoenix, and there was a then Phoenix, between Phoenix, it went to the DRT.
Now, the bank assigned for how much?
My lords, that we wouldn't know. That's a matter between the bank and between Prudent. There was a publication, there was notice inviting expression
And-
by SBI. How will I know that? SBI has assigned that, but SBI in publication fixed a reserve price of 120 crores at that time. This was which year?
This must have been 2019.
Now,
2020.
my lords asked me a question. Can I answer that, my lords? My lords, when the SBI assigned the loan to the Prudent, ARC Prudent, it called for an expression of interest. At that time, SBI in that notice inviting expression of interest fixed the minimum reserve price of 120 crores.
So
Minimum.
our only concern is, madam, the family dispute is there. Out of personal vendetta, the one brother must have been filing, harassing the other, and the other also doing against the same. Vice versa continue. We are not concerned about that. Our only concern is that a loan of 1,537 crores.
Incorrect statement. That is incorrect
That is
because
correct.
DRT,
That is
because
Can you file an affidavit?
order of DRT
That's correct.
quantifying it as 500
Or
odd.
can you file an affidavit?
My lord,
My lords, then I have one request to make here. My lords, they have joined ED, everyone as a party here. But if my lords issues notice to everyone, I have an exposure to everything. I will file my reply I will place all this on record, consider my reply, and thereafter, if my lords are still not satisfied, my lords may issue then a notice
My lord-
to the other parties.
My lord-
But my lords, it will be very unfair because there have been 5 rounds of litigation before different authorities and each before the High Court. Every time the High Court has turned down or they have withdrawn their petition because the High Courts have not been inclined to interfere.
My lord, may I take only 1 minute, my lord?
This is, and I asked myself a question. The ENY report was in the private domain. It wasn't a public report. How is that access?
My lord,
How is an access to all that material which is filed?
Which one was the,
Two,
which was the bank principal lender?
mine was SBI, but there were other banks. Now, other banks,
consortium of 7 banks, my lord. Consortium of 7 banks.
I have.
Canara Bank, SBI, my lord. Consortium of
My
7
lords,
banks.
turn to page number 16 of his own petition. Please turn to page number 16 of his petition. It's an admitted position that I have settled many other loans with the banks.
Could you reply? I think.
My lord, may I?
My lords, can I?
My lord, this is
put
just
one
like, my lord,
aspect of
they're like
consideration?
builder and bank fraud, my lord. This is
My
just
lords,
like builder and bank fraud.
not a builder.
Lordships have already
Engaged
directed CBI to investigate, my lord.
Highways.
And this is much more, my lord. This is much more than the builder and bank fraud, my lord. Banks are involved in this case, my lord.
Notice at this stage.
My lords, can I make one last submission for your consideration?
Not, my lord. Please issue the, my lord, please issue the RBI, SFIO.
Just a minute, please don't dictate us home to notice. Issue notice at this stage to respondents number 2, respond number 1 and 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 to 11, 6 to 11,
Give me the today's
And-
one that you have.
14 to 19. 14 to 19, comma returnable on so and so date. Who is assisting you, madam? Who will accept notice?
Yes, my.
Accept notice on behalf of respondents.
We
number?
filed a caveat 16, respondent number 16, caveat
Accept
on behalf
notice on
of.
behalf of respondent number 16 and 18 also.
No, my lord,
No.
we don't appear for 18. 18 is the brother who has instigated all
No,
of.
17.
17, we'll accept notice.
16
On
and
behalf of
17 can
16,
accept.
17, and you will not accept for Phoenix and this prudent ARC?
Because I can't, they are separate ARC.
No issue,
I cannot.
don't
I
accept.
cannot.
16 and 17, the affidavit will be filed within 4 weeks. First matter, 4 weeks.
My lord, I may just make
Malad,
one
19 is very important, Malad.
statement.
Ernst and Young is the, Malad, world's best auditor, Malad. Ernst Young, this respondent number 19. Please.
We issued notice to
Oblige.
19 also.
My lords, there is one aspect that I would request my lords also to notice and if my lords want to consider it. Now, I have today, this is the latest notice inviting expression of interest. My lords will find there are loans of 1,200 crores, 3,000 crores, and there is a reserve price which is fixed. This is only one bank and it's a nationalized bank. Now, in terms of the ARC process, it is being done every day. My lords, it is very strange in this particular PIL that only one company, that is JKM, is mentioned and its details are given.
Entire, Malad.
1 minute,
I am
Mr.
seeking judicial
Upadhyay.
commission, that's why. That's why I am seeking a judicial commission.
Please.
Please see my prayer, my lord.
There are so many other loans of much larger amount than this particular one.
Yes.
That have, my lords, in this, my lords will
Exactly.
find 1,200 crores.
Just see
Let
my
me-
prayers, my lord, page 30, my lord.
My lords may turn to serial number 26. IBAN holding.
If somebody will bring to our notice, we can assure you, we will not spare anyone. If you find anything,
My lords will find and there is a.
bankers indulging in this kind of
Yes.
malpractices is unfortunately already some matter before us.
Why JKM? But there are hundreds of such settlements which the
Yes,
banks
yes.
have done with ARC.
No, please,
And
why don't you point out in your counter?
I will do that.
We will do something about those also.
And also,
May I-
the fact is, at that stage, we are not involved. The company is not involved. It is an expression of interest from ARC. That particular assignment is only between the ARC and the lead bank or the bank which is assigning the loan. At that stage, the borrower is not involved at all. It has nothing to do with that assignment. And thereafter,
ARC is
My lords, the ARC are the asset reconstruction companies.
No, no, no.
Which,
You see, this is,
whom the
this
loans
is
are
a new
assigned.
device, Madam Meenakshi, please appreciate. This is the most, over clever device
Yes.
adopted by these banks
Yes.
to sell the loan liabilities to these ARCs or something for peanuts. You take only 10%, 15% and then allow them to fight because, and they know very well that what are the assets. So ultimately the ARC people, they are also making money out of it, but the net beneficiary is the borrower who ultimately wriggle out of it by paying 15%, 20%, that's all.
Sir,
And one interesting
I
fact,
see
my lord,
what my lords are saying, but in any case, we will come back and argue it and the ARCs will be before my lords, but my
We
lords
don't
will
want to
just.
question, you see, we know our limitations to go into commercial wisdom of the banks. But if this is the commercial wisdom that you collect the taxpayers' money, public money, and you recklessly release it and give them on loan, and then you don't make any effort to recover it, or the security which you take is far less value, and then ultimately you say there is nothing that we can recover. This kind of conduct is not
Then,
acceptable.
then I would make one request. I see my lords are on the larger perspective. My lords are not just
Only on the
confining
larger
it to me to the
perspective.
JK.
No individual.
But my concern today is that why have you got the facts and one company of JKM? Before JKM and after JKM, there may be hundreds of such loans.
I have started my opening statement. This is the tip of the iceberg.
Very frank,
My-
very frank, it seems we are also having some suspicion that these petitioners have been planted by your brother. We
that's
can't say more than that.
That is my.
We can't say more than that, but a fraud having been brought to the notice of the court, and if we shut our eyes, this will be again perpetuating in there.
We'll put in our reply.
My lords, all the respondents have not settled the account through ARC.
And that's why, my lord, I am seeking a judicial commission or a SIT, my lord. That's why
Respondent number 9.
I am
We
seeking.
had entered.
My lord,
into
that's why I am seeking a judicial commission. No, they are practicing here, my lord. My lord, I am saying I am seeking the investigation of the larger issue, my lord.
My lords is drafted
This
by my
is-
learned friend, this petition. My lords will see who
This
drafted.
this is the only single,
Yes.
this is the one tip of the
Private
iceberg.
documents
But I am seeking the investigation of entire this nexus, my lord. The bank and ARC's nexus, my
My
lord.
lords, all the
Thank you,
respondents
obliged, my lord.
settled the account through ARC, my lords. We had directly settled it with the borrower. We had entered into a direct OTS with the borrower. It's not through the ARC.
Anyway, there is a dire need to look into the conduct and affairs of these ARCs also, frankly. This is also this statute where complete deviation and complete go by to judicial application of mind. This Recovery Act surfacey in the name, and creation of these ARC is an issue probably that required to be revisited, particularly in the context of public money. We are only concerned about public money.
Yes, ma'am.
If a private lender gives 1,000 crore and is happy in return of 100 crore, we have nothing to do. We don't want to go into those transactions. But where taxpayers' money, public money, which should have been spent for the welfare of the people, if that has gone into private hands, misutilized, siphoned, and ultimately if they have the last laugh, that is what we are bothered. And these ARC are also hands in glove with banks.
My lords, but we had not settled through the ARC.
There is a very deep-rooted nexus between borrowers, ARC, and bankers.